Cinema. Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the collector. What's up, everybody?
How you been?
I'm all right, man. Just been on vacation. I gotta go back to the real world tomorrow, so kind of dreading it.
Nah.
But at least I have this to look forward to. I didn't get to go treasure hunting today. I didn't get to go to flea market, so...
Oh, that sucks.
Because my wife woke me up and had me working early this morning.
Yeah, for your nephew's birthday party?
Yeah, this is my nephew turned 3 today, so...
How was the party?
Party was great. It's hot, you know, because it's always hot.
Thanks for the invite.
Sorry, bro. Didn't think you'd want to come.
It's a kid's birthday party.
Exactly,
I don't have
yeah,
kids, so
yeah.
I'd be so out of place.
The next adult one, though, for sure. I got
yeah.
you. But yeah, it was straight. You know, they did a pinata and all that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they got a big ass water slide.
I feel like kids these days have nicer birthday parties than we did as kids, because I don't remember that shit when I was a kid, or else I had like not great parents that didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I think that's more just you, bro, because I had great birthday
Did
parties. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had great birthday parties, man.
I didn't really have birthday. That's probably why I don't care about celebrating my birthday, is because I didn't really have birthday parties as a kid. Maybe
Yeah.
when I was like tiny, like little. But
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was spoiled as fuck.
Yeah.
I'd say from like the age of 6 to 11.
anything before 6, I don't remember. So they probably did.
It was just like hella everything I wanted, you know, because they had income back then.
Right.
Then when the middle school years hit, I got to see what the other side lived like. That was different. Yeah.
That's got to be worse. Like going from like high life to like.
Dude, you want to know how
Sounds-
shitty it was, bro? The the house that my mom and my sister and me had to move to after my parents got divorced, you could literally fit almost that whole house in my old room that I had growing up.
Wow.
Like, that was shitty. That
That's-
was a real game changer for me, bro.
That's interesting. As a kid, like doing a step down.
It's like Richie Rich in reverse.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to like walk you through this. Like you need to talk about it.
Nah,
I'm
it's
super-
just, like
I'm
I
super
never.
fascinated.
I mean, I know about it, obviously.
Right,
'cause,
right.
You know, but like I don't know. I never really think about it because like I'm the type of person like I just go get it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
My parents divorced when I was 8, so they were super stingy with their money.
Mm-hmm.
So I never had like a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, I mean it was obviously an adjustment period, going from having 3, 4 of everything to like you don't know when you'll see that shit again.
Right.
You know, but like it makes you better. Well, it either makes you better or you fucking you just become useless. I guess. I don't know, like. But yeah. Anyways, what movie are we doing today, Craig? We dove into my child psychosis, man.
We
King
are
of New
doing
York.
King of New York
King
with
of New York.
Christopher Walken and fucking
Larry Fishburne. That's
Larry
how young he
Fishburne.
was. He wasn't Lawrence yet.
I thought he had like a brother, and I was like, was he an actor too? Like I had to look this shit up.
That's what's so great. Even the DVD cover I have it's Christopher Walken and Larry Fishburne, and that lets you know how great and how old this movie is. This movie was like what 1990,
Yeah,
some shit
90.
like that. Yeah,
It actually came out before New Jack City.
really.
Yep.
I love this movie though.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate that I'm watching these movies now as a fucking 34-year-old man because I feel like I missed out on a generation of gangster movies.
that's what was so great about it because like these are low budget, obviously. and,
Right.
like, it's Goodfellas, but it's kind of like the hood version of. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because this all takes place in New York, same city that Goodfellas and all that shit takes place in. But these are just a different kind of criminal organizations.
Speaking of, you asked me before we started recording, you're like, I don't understand why Christopher Walken did this. He grew up in that neighborhood that they are basing this off of.
And dude, the
and he
character
came across-
name Frank
yeah.
White, baby.
Right.
Like, God, and he's selling that yay.
And
Like,
he was wanting to do like a gangster movie and came across a script and
I saw Suicide Kings, and I love him in that. But somebody kept telling me about King of New York, New York, and then Biggie raps about King of New York too.
Right.
So I watched it, and I thought it was awesome. I was
Yeah.
probably like 15, 16 when I saw this.
yeah. I never watched. It's one of those movies that I've seen the cover of a bunch, but I was like,
And David Caruso's in it.
yep. Before he,
I'm not a big David Caruso fan at
Who
all.
is?
I mean, somebody did because they have about 30 seasons of CSI fucking Miami. Like somebody likes David Caruso.
Right. But it has Wesley Snipes too.
Oh,
I did
fucking
not.
Yeah, Wesley, man.
I did not like him in this movie.
You know what's crazy is he plays a straight-laced cop in this, and then literally, what, like a year or two later,
Yeah,
plays Nino Brown.
exactly. That's
And that
what's
shows
funny.
what real acting chops old Wesley has, man. That's why I fuck with Wesley Snipes. I love him. I love Wesley Snipes, period. Not just Blade, but shit, the Major Leagues. He's funny in
Demolition Man.
those. Demolition Man.
I'll
He's
always
great
bring
in
up
that.
Demolition Man because it's my favorite.
I love Undisputed. That's like one of my favorite Wesley Snipes movies. What is he in Passenger? It's Passenger 57, right? That's
I don't
him.
know. Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
so,
yeah. You're right. I remember his fucking face on the cover of that shit. So you gave me this one because we bonded over like gangster movies, but more so like Italian, Sicilian.
Yeah,
gangster.
because you know how big I am into like mafia shit.
Right, and that's where we bonded. But I haven't watched a lot of like urban gangster. I don't know what to call it. What should I call it?
No, I mean it's a hood shit.
Yeah,
it's-
like hood gangsters.
Yeah.
Like it's not really been. Not that it's not my cup of tea. It's just something I never really got around to watching. I don't know that life. Not that I know Sicilian gangster life either.
No,
but,
no, I get it. It's just not like, yeah, I get it.
So I never really watched these movies, but I feel like I did miss out on a generation of like cinema. Because
I love stories about people that like, even and it's like the craziest thing is like take the CEO of a 500 company. You know what I mean? Like they went to the best schools, they had the greatest life, you know, from the get go, and they became successful. And these people that you see in these movies are born with nothing, or some of them in some of the worst situations known to man. And even though they had to become monsters to get there, they still hit that level of success.
right,
And I don't know, man. I like stories about that, about people. Like in the main character, Frank White, who's played by Christopher Walken, the movie starts with him getting out of prison after 20 fucking years.
right.
He got sent away on dope charges because he was the man back then.
I was gonna ask you what he went to jail for, but that makes sense.
It's trafficking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get 20 years for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's New York, so they don't fuck around. Or it could have been murder. It doesn't really go into it, but his crew stayed out on the street, and they had to struggle to live, you know, doing hits and shit like that because they didn't have their leader.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank was always the guy that got the product. Well, Frank kept him a little notepad of all the people that got rich while he was in prison.
Right.
And when the movie starts off, it's a great fucking scene, man. With some, no, they killed the other guy first, the pimp first, don't they?
The pimp. No, I think they go right into the.
Do they go right into the drug deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Lawrence. That's when you first see Lawrence.
Lawrence Fishburne's character and Steve Buscemi. This is one of the.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Dude, that's the craziest thing about this movie. I've watched it probably 20 times, and I still don't figure out where the fuck does Steve Buscemi's character go in this movie. He doesn't get killed, you know. You don't see him get shot. You don't see him like get arrested or anything.
Yeah,
he just disappears out of the fucking plot.
Right. Like the first quarter of this movie, he's in it, and then just never.
It was
again.
like they like ran out of money or something, or like he's like, yeah, I gotta go do Pulp Fiction, so I ain't got time for
right.
this shit.
He was
Like,
just the drug tester. That's it.
yeah. His nickname in the movie is Test Tube, you know, because he's like the drug guy.
Right.
And it's a great scene. It's Lawrence Fishburne and like the cartel, I'm assuming, and they're getting coke because Frank's getting out. Like,
Yeah. But before that, like, I'm so used to seeing Lawrence Fishburne play it like straight, calm, collected, sophisticated.
he's young, and this one he's raw.
young as fuck, and he's playing a gangster, hard ass, and it's just so weird to me. Not that he's not doing it well, it's just weird seeing him do that.
Yeah, shit. He can't be more than like 22, 23
He's
when
young
he does
as
this
fuck,
movie.
though. And you can tell he's on his come up. He's trying to like make a name for himself, but you know, it's just really weird watching him in this role.
But he's disrespectful as fuck, you know, and you could tell he's just a hardened dude, and like they're trying to get their money up for when Frank gets home, because
Right.
Frank has a plan when he gets home, and that's all they know. They got to take care of this shit before Frank gets back. So they meet with these cartel dudes, and you know they get these big ass. It's like fucking bunch of kilos of coke.
Yeah, but it's like the funniest part of the movie, and it's like right off the bat.
Yeah, and Lawrence Fishburne's just like, yo, can I get a fucking orange soda?
No,
Okay.
Coke.
Oh, can I get a Coke? Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And the dude's like, I get him a fucking Coke. And then when he opens up the suitcase, the cartel dude does is full of tampons. And
Right.
he's like,
He's like,
"Fuck
what
it.
is this for?
What's this shit?" And he's like, "For the holes, motherfucker." him and Steve Buscemi go to Uzi in the entire room in the hotel.
That was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed that part a lot.
It's a great scene.
It is a great scene. Like, just that scene alone is just perfect.
This movie, man, it's so weird. It's like literally like it doesn't even feel like you're watching a movie. It just feels like you're watching one 10-minute long scene after another.
That's what I was gonna say. And the fun, I watched like a small little thing about it. That
who directed this fucking movie, dude?
Abel Ferreira.
Abel Ferreira.
Yeah, he's done. What else has he done? Nothing right off the bat that I see. But the reason I say that is because the first cut of the film ran almost 2 hours and had to be edited down to 160 minutes to avoid an X rating. So that's one thing that I noticed.
There's more killing we could have got.
Yeah, so fun fact is Christopher Walken's wife walked out of the theater and they had a huge fight and divorced shortly after.
After she saw the movie?
I don't think it's the movie that caused the divorce, but it's just kind of like weird timing.
He plays shit, man. When did he do Prophecy and all that? Like,
yeah, right.
God, man. Like, I wonder what being married to that dude would have been like back then. You know, like.
So yeah, she walked out of the original cut and was just so disgusted that they ended up fighting. So, like, I do feel like there's a whole piece of this movie missing, like a whole half of it.
Man, is there a director's cut of this shit? We need that.
I know, right? Because I told you I rewatched this again because I feel like I missed the whole middle of it, but I didn't miss anything because it's cut out.
No, because it's like they can't get him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's just like, boom, we're at the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? And the shit's just going fucking
exactly.
left.
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, I don't remember the middle of this movie.
It feels like they almost rewrote it.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the motherfucker and was like, look, the cops. Because if you think about it, the cops really just break the fucking law.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They just go shoot it out with his fucking crew. And luckily, because they're fucking hardened gangsters, they're just like, fuck it. You want to shoot at us? We'll shoot it out with you.
Yeah. And they played hip hop music while they did the shit out. That was pretty cool.
That was a dope ass shit. But Christopher Walken's character in this is cold.
He is.
And calculated.
He even says that, like, when he gets out of prison, he's like, I don't have remorse. I lost that sense.
It did, I guess, 20 years as a kid, it did something to me. Like, he's just joking about it. Like, oh, I love that scene when they go to the hotel. And that's another cool thing. He's, like, operating out of a hotel, like, fucking, like, Al Capone and shit. Like, and the whole thing, he's going to be king of New York. Like,
right.
Frank White, he's king of New York.
Can I, like, sidebar to another movie that I watched immediately after this that I fucking love? True Romance.
Oh, I do love True Romance.
And Christopher Walken was in that, and he plays almost the same character, but turns that shit to 11.
No, this is like, he's straight mafia in that one.
Yeah.
This one, he's more of a, he's just like a street guy.
Yeah, it just made me think of it like, fuck, True Romance. That's such a great movie.
And you know, there's something that they don't even really acknowledge it in the movie at all. But for the fact that if he was a real gangster, to be a white dude in fucking Brooklyn or the Bronx or wherever that he was from in New York, for a white guy to hold that kind of power and not be in the mafia, that's almost fucking unheard of. Like, that just wouldn't happen.
It was kind of weird having, like, a white guy, like, over.
But he was so, like, in my opinion, he was so fucking cold. Like, he just played it so well that, like, you wouldn't even ask. Like, if he would have been a real dude, you were like, yo, bro, you never gonna say nothing about the white guy running this shit. Like,
right.
These black dudes are just taking orders from him. Like, you gonna ask him?
Well, I feel like Lawrence Fishburne's character was, like, in charge, but he answered to Christopher Walken.
He was his right hand killer. Like, he was this trigger man. And same thing with the other guy, but they were loyal as fuck to him.
Yeah,
they murder 5-6 fucking people before he even gets out of prison.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They shoot that pimp up in that fucking phone booth. I love that shit.
Oh no, that was the opening scene. Now I know what you're
that's
talking
what I thought so.
They're like, look at this. It shows the paper, him getting out, and then it goes to the
Tito the fucking pimp. Nobody's gonna miss him. The cartel, fuck him.
Yeah.
He's just got like all these like great little dialogues where he's just like, and when he busts in on the mafia, that's great too. And they're playing cards.
Yeah, because he wants to
play.
Yeah, because he wants to like team up with them and work together, but they piss all over the messenger's foot. So Christopher Walken makes his way over down there. He's like, let's play some cards. Deal the cards. Pick it up. And then just fucking murks the fuck out of the fucking head guy.
You got fat while everybody starved while I was in the cave. He fucking spits on his fucking body, shoots him again.
Yeah.
It's just great. Any of you need a job, you can find me down at the 5 Seasons.
Oh, speaking of, one of the greatest scenes in this movie is him and the lawyer lady are in the subway, like making out. He's got her tits out or whatever, and 3 black guys go into their train cart, gonna rob him. He takes a roll of cash out of his. Well, first he shows his gun, like, you like that, and then he grabs a wad of cash out of his pocket, throws it on the ground. He's like, "You looking for work? Come to so and so." And they do. But I was like, that's such a power move.
Yeah.
Like, that was so badass. I loved that so much.
I also love the scene when the crew first sees him and they come into the hotel. Frank. And then they all come to it. It's like, what? They do the thing. Like, I love that, man, so much, man. But, it's definitely a gangster movie. And he makes it seem like he's trying to, like, he don't want no problems. He just wants to make money.
Right.
But he ends up killing the people and taking their drugs and selling them. And it's really fucked up because it's a terrible movie as far as, like, messaging. But he's trying to build, like, a children's hospital. So it's kind of like, well, like, he's doing it for a good cause. But you're still selling drugs and killing people and shit like that. So I don't know, like, but the movie, I mean, it's not like I said, the plot and everything, like, it could have been done better. Like, I said, it could have been more cohesive.
You can feel those scenes missing. You can feel half this movie not being there, and that's the problem with this movie. Is I do like parts of this. I think it's really, really, it, like, has a lot of potential. It's not my favorite, but if you would add those scenes back in, I think this would be an amazing movie.
I would wonder about that, if there's, like, some kind of cut or some kind of, like, special edition type shit that's got that footage.
The thing is, it's probably lost by now because this is 1990. That was like 30 years ago.
I mean, I got it on DVD. Shit, dude. But it makes you wonder, though. Oh, my God. And it has nothing to do with this movie, but I'm still fucking excited. I can't tell me you saw the trailer.
For Batman?
Snyder Cut.
Oh, no.
And Batman. Fuck, Batman's was badass. Fuck, too, dude.
I'm on the fence about it.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you supposed to be? Fwah, fwah, fwah. Breaks his fucking arm. I'm vengeance. Like, Holmes, like, yes, you are, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. He didn't Twilight that shit at all. Like,
I don't like that guy.
Dude, I'm not a fan of him either, bro. But, like, I told this at the very beginning when I first heard it. I put it on Instagram. I said he could be the greatest Batman ever or the shittiest one. We don't know yet. Because you can't say the motherfucker can't act, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he gets a lot of shit for them Twilight movies, but he's done, like, nothing else but acting driven roles since then to show you, like, motherfucker, I could play anything.
I want to be reserved. I want to hold my opinions until the movie comes.
But the trailer, though, bro.
No. The trailer did look good. I loved the tone of it. The only thing that I hate is trailers like that. They have, like, this dark, gritty tone, and then you watch it, and it's a fucking cartoon. Like, I hope the movie still has that tone.
I don't think Matt Reeves is fucking around, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he did those Planet of the Apes movies, and he did all CGI, and it was all still great movies, you know?
I know the villains look pretty great in this one. Like,
The Riddler, dude, they making the Riddler look so fucking creepy, bro. Like, it's amazing. It's like Tim Burton did, but didn't go, like, crazy with it.
But everyone said that about Heath Ledger. Like, he looks fucking stupid. Heath Ledger shouldn't play the Joker, so I don't want to be one of those people with him. So I'm trying to be reserved. But the trailer, I loved the tone. I love where they're trying to go with it. So
if Batman fans, true Batman fans, can forgive George Clooney and Batman and Robin, and we can forgive, like, because a lot of people were pissed about Affleck. I was one of them, and I feel like Ben did the best he could with the movies they put him in.
oh my god, he was amazing.
I didn't think he was a bad Batman by any means.
He was a great oh my god, Bruce Wayne too.
Yeah, and honestly, if you think about it, that's what you play, and it's like, who plays the best Bruce Wayne?
Right.
And Christian Bale, of course, was amazing, and so was Michael Keaton. I didn't even think Val Kilmer did a bad job.
Right.
Like, I feel like if they could have got him for that fourth one, I don't know, that movie was pretty terrible all around, but, like, I don't know, maybe it could have been a little bit more watchable. George Clooney, you could tell that motherfucker was just there for a check. Like,
yeah, he was.
He's literally just holding up fucking Batman memorabilia, like, hey, got the Bat Visa card and shit.
Yeah, he
He was just there to sell action figures, pretty much.
Right. Well, that's all that was, and it didn't have any shame hiding it.
I feel bad now because Joel Schumacher just died too. Like just thinking about it.
It wasn't his vision. I want to say the
Warner Brothers definitely fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they
it's,
do all the time.
It's not because of him that it sucked. It's because there were they had too much control over the movie.
But no, I'm talking about the fucking Snyder Cut trailer.
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, I feel like we should do a live reaction, watch it together.
Live reaction.
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay, let's do a first live reaction.
First ever live reaction during an episode.
Yeah.
And dude, they put that fucking the tone, the song they use for the trailer is so fitting too. Because this is how people have been waiting for this for so long. There it is. There she is. And then like everybody's like, is he going to show Darkseid? First fucking thing you see, Darkseid. It's a treat for y'all if y'all haven't seen this.
Right.
Yes. Look at that. Justice League. Parademons. Look at her. She's beautiful. What's that from? Is that Supergirl? We don't know. It's 4 hours. We don't know.
4 hours. I can't believe that.
They're breaking it into 4 parts. I'm not going to ruin it. Go ahead. Didn't see that.
Jason Momoa was fucking
We didn't
amazing.
see him take his shirt off before.
What's this football scene?
Look at that. We didn't get to see Cyborg, any of Cyborg's backstory.
No.
Look at her. I just saved your fucking life. The missing Barry Allen scene where he saves Ira West. What's up, bitch? Yeah, I'm Flash. What's good? Yeah, you want it.
It's crazy. It's like a whole new movie.
More Batfleck. You can't go wrong there.
That's all I want is more Batfleck.
Nah, I don't want to be the king. Cut that storyline out. Look at all the mother boxes. Bad guy we didn't get in the other movie.
Oh shit.
Cyborg trying to fight. And then they give it to you. Cyborg's dad. You didn't get to see this scene before.
Oh shit.
Look at that. That's heart right there. Look at Steppenwolf.
He looks a lot better.
Look at that.
He looks a lot
That's
better.
fucking hard. Look, broke the Batmobile with Parademons. Speed Force.
That's the thing it really needed was more CGI work.
And more heart, dude. Like,
Yeah.
look at that shit. Take off, Barry. Black suit Superman. How dope is that?
Is that black suit or is that the lighting?
That was black suit. Listen to this last line. Not united. Fuck yes.
It's cheesy as fuck.
What are you? Oh, dude, it's gonna be fucking.
No,
great,
no.
bro.
It looks like a whole new movie.
And another thing that people were mad about, and obviously, like Zack Snyder's one of those guys. You've never sat down for a Zack Snyder movie that's less than 2 hours.
Right.
Like, it's just not how he rolls. And if you go back and watch the extended cut of Batman vs Superman, it's still certain shit could have been taken out, but
Right.
it's much more cohesive, ties up a lot more loose ends, and it makes a better story.
That's the thing is when they start cutting movies down, they start taking out important plot points that make it.
He said he's not using one single frame that Joss Whedon used
Oh shit!
for the theatrical cut.
Fuck. So it's literally going to be like a whole new movie,
Yeah, and like just
or a
that little,
whole original movie, I guess you could say.
just that 2 minutes we saw right there, like, and that's not even counting the Green Lantern shit. Oh, I'm so fucking excited, bro!
I am
Like,
too.
It's gonna be great.
That does look pretty
And
cool.
they're breaking it down into 4 parts, an hour apiece. So we're gonna get in the entire month of May in 2021. We're gonna get Justice League.
I just want it to be good. God damn it!
It's gonna be amazing.
I wanted the Justice League movie to be good, but it just wasn't. I hated that movie.
I saw that movie 3 times in theaters. Paid
Yeah?
hard-earned money to go see it 3 times just so I could help the numbers on it. Because I knew, like, you know, like even if it doesn't do great, if it makes enough money, they'll do another one.
Right.
And then, even if it's not Zack Snyder, maybe they get somebody that can turn it around for them.
Mm-hmm.
But it just couldn't help it.
Yeah.
And then you find out Joss Whedon's like beating people off scene and shit. Like, I don't know.
You gotta stop talking about people like that on the fucking podcast.
Or are they gonna fucking listen and come get me?
I don't know.
Can't help that Joss Whedon's a piece of shit in real life. That's not my fault. Like,
Were you there when he beat them?
I wasn't, but like Ray, the guy that Ray Fisher, Ray Fisher, the guy that plays Cyborg, he said he was a racist asshole the entire time.
Wow, I didn't hear about that. That's crazy though.
That's how involved in this fucking Snyder Cut I've been, bro, for the last 3 years.
I see that. Like, you're pretty.
I read all the articles. I signed all the petitions. I fucking watched all the footage. Like,
Yeah. Fucking speaking of petitions, I don't even want to bring this one up, but anyway, have you seen the one about the cuties Netflix?
mm-mm.
So let me give you a little backstory on this. There's a petition for this movie coming out called Cuties. Look it up and sign it because this is disgusting. Apparently Netflix is releasing a movie that's a dance movie, but with like little kids, like 10 to 13 years old. And they've only shown like promotional clips, but it looks like a pedophile's wet dream, and it's disgusting, and it needs to like not be released on Netflix.
Yeah, I think with minors in particular, you got to
Yeah,
be very careful
do
about the
not,
shit you
like,
put out.
I don't know. People are talking about
And I mean, you got to think of it also. Would you want your kid being... You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah, fuck the parents that think this is okay to put their kids in this situation. But
I have the same problem with that as I do with like those child pageants and shit.
yeah,
It's like, what are you teaching a little girl? Like,
Right.
you have to look a certain way, you have to act a certain way for a man to think you're beautiful or shit like that. I don't know, man. Cheerleading too. Like, I know it's a sport, and I'm not saying it doesn't take ability or athletic ability, nothing like that. But I don't know, man. Just something about like the flips and the you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't start thinking like this until I had a fucking daughter. And
Right.
It ruined everything.
Yeah, most of my friends have fucking daughters, so it's like I don't have any kids, but it's really making me like
Can't
reevaluate.
enjoy fucking strip clubs anymore because the whole time I'm just like, where's your father, bitch?
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you? Even though she could be like a fucking doctor for all I know, she's getting through college. I don't know, man. But I'm not trying to judge strippers like they're all just pieces of shits or anything. But like, I wouldn't want that for my daughter.
Oh,
Or like
right.
if they get into porn or something. Like having a daughter ruin porn for me for a long time, bro. Like,
I just want to say something really inappropriate, but I'm not. I'm just gonna like skip over this subject. I was gonna say thank God for all the shitty fathers because otherwise I would.
see, and like even jokes like that, like I laugh because it's funny, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, that could be me. Like,
Right.
God. It's very stressful, bro. Very stressful. Like, having a kid, period, man. Like, so many sick fucks out there that, like, it doesn't matter, bro.
I always said if I have kids, I want a boy because
But they'll even take them, man. They'll
Yeah.
even take the boys now, bro. They don't
Yeah,
give a
that's
fuck. Like, I don't know, man. My kids don't go anywhere without me.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I really don't. But anyway, we didn't finish King of New York.
Right.
We didn't talk about the ending. I really enjoyed the ending to this one a lot. It was fun.
It was very, and that's what you kind of, because I saw an interview with Danny Trejo, who was not in this movie at all. Not bringing that up for that, but he always said whenever he plays a bad guy in a movie, they have to die, and they have to die badly, because he never wants kids to think like being a drug dealer or anything like that is good.
Right.
So that he always does that when he signs on for a movie. And if you watch the end of this movie, he gets shot up by the cops and he ends up dying in a taxi.
I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about Lawrence Fishburne's character. Like, I love that scene where he's getting chased down by the cops and they have a gun shootout. He ends up like killing one of the cops.
He kills Wesley Snipes.
Right, he kills Wesley Snipes, which, sidebar, I do not want to see Wesley Snipes as a good guy ever again, unless it's like Blade where he's killing
Right.
everything.
He was young.
He was very
He was young. This had to be like his third movie.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot to work with, but
They really didn't even give him, like, his part is... You could tell he tries to give as much heart as possible when they allow him to. Like that scene with him and Lawrence Fishburne in the chicken place.
right.
When he tells
He's
him
like,
to
I'll
go
smack the black off you. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could tell he's giving it his all. But so is Lawrence Fishburne. And that's why I like this movie, because there wasn't a lot to work with, but these actors, like, I feel like they made up the difference
Yeah.
for most of it.
They're really trying to, because like you said, it's a simple story.
Right.
So they're trying to add as much as they can. But he kills Wesley Snipes, and then the other cop shoots him. What's his name?
David Caruso.
David Caruso shoots him. And this is a very Joker moment of him, is he's sitting there laughing that he killed his partner.
Oh, and he spits in his face.
Oh, that's earlier in the movie.
Oh, I love that part.
He does. He walks by and
They make bail.
Yeah,
They arrest him. They make bail because they can't prove they killed him.
Right. David Caruso like spits in his face, but then Lawrence Fishburne like wipes it.
Wipes
and then,
that shit. Licks his finger.
That was disgusting.
And then gets 5 from his homeboy who also got bailed out.
Right.
So sweet. Like
so disgusting.
So fucking sinister though, man.
I want to know, like,
it could not have been.
Couldn't have been real.
Because, like, how does Lawrence Fishburne not beat the living shit out of David Caruso?
Right. We're acting. No,
right. No, acting my ass, motherfucker. Like, that's like pissing on somebody's leg and they'd be like, it was in the moment of the scene. Yeah, well, this ass whooping is in the moment of real life. Like,
speaking of, I noticed that in this movie is Wesley Snipes is really rough with Christopher Walken's character. And I know they're pretty young. They're on the come up. But, like, who's your, like, favorite actor that you look up to the most? Like, probably Tom Hardy.
Me?
Let's just say Tom Hardy, yeah. Could you imagine, like, roughing up Tom Hardy in a scene?
Yeah, that would be a little different.
Right?
Yeah, like your hero in life.
Yeah.
That'd be tough.
It's just weird. I have to think, like, how actors get into that zone and rough each other up, even though they, like...
They probably run around, do a couple laps, you know, do some push-ups, like, you know, smack each other's faces or some shit. I don't know, bro. But you want it to be believable.
Yeah, exactly. And, you do. And they
you
do
want to feel that hatred.
And they do a good job, but I don't know. I just think about these big...
It's one of those little movie magic tips we just don't know because we're not insiders.
No, you got to hit me. Like, make me bleed.
Same thing with, like when they cry. Like, I'm a big, like, I don't know why it's fucking terrible, but, like, when I see somebody cry in a movie, I want that shit to look real. I want it to feel your sadness when you cry. And I think that makes and breaks a lot of that shit.
Have you seen The Invisible Man?
No, but everybody keeps telling me how good it is.
Dude, it's fucking... I liked it way more than I thought I would, but the reason I bring it up is because she has a crying moment, and she fucking sells that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go beat this dude's ass because of her crying scene.
That's awesome.
You should check it out. It's really, really good.
My dad saw it. He was like, it was pretty fucking good.
It was. It was surprisingly...
Oh, bro, I never did ask you, man. How'd you like Capone?
Capone? I wanted to like it.
I feel you, bro. I was right there with you.
I love Tom Hardy's acting in it. He's fucking amazing. He's one of the best working actors.
It's really
right
just
now.
him coughing and fucking shitting
And this is the thing that I have, that the problem is with Capone, is there's no story there.
Really?
There is no story. It's just, 2 hours of a guy losing his mind.
But honestly, that's how it was in real life, though, man.
I get that, and they're trying to
the whole time he lived in Florida, they tried to make it up like he had money hidden down there and shit like that. And really, the truth was, his family just wanted to get away from that shit.
Right. But there's no real story there, and that's the problem. It's like, it's all concentrated.
You almost wanted them to make shit up to make it more interesting. Like,
exactly. There needs to be a beginning, a setup, a fucking peak, a middle, and then a conclusion.
It really just felt like Tom was just like going for an Oscar grab or something. Like,
I mean, I'll watch it again just for his acting because it's, like I said, it's fucking incredible. He does such a great job. But as far as a story, it's
if they would have
gave
me the Capone in his prime, give me Tom Hardy playing in that, like at the beginning when he's looking in the reflection in the bathroom and he sees himself at, like, you know, he's all fucking standing up straight and he's just like ready to go to war. Like, if you give me that Capone movie with Tom Hardy, I think it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
I think it would make Untouchables look like shit.
They should do like a prequel to Capone.
I definitely think
like
they should
Capone
do that.
the beginning, and have him play him again, but in his healthier state.
Yes, because I felt like Tom Hardy would bring that shit down.
They were just trying to be too artsy with it, like blurring the lines between reality and his psychosis.
They definitely did that a lot in this movie.
Yeah,
and it makes you feel like, fuck, did half of this shit even happen? Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What's real, what's not real.
So it's not a great movie. I just love Tom Hardy that much that, like, it's in my collection.
Like, I felt bad that you bought it. Like, I wouldn't buy this movie unless I got it for the cheap. And I love Tom Hardy. You know I do.
Yeah.
But yeah. I watched a movie the other day that I think you would be interested in.
What's that?
And I own it on digital, so we can watch it at my house if we have to. Tax Collector.
Tax Collector.
David Ayer, written and directed. Shia LaBeouf, and a Spanish guy. I don't know anything else he's been in, but he did a good job in this one.
When did it come out?
This year.
Oh, did it?
Like a month ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could rent it for $7 or buy it for 15. So I was like, fuck it. I love David Ayer. It can't be bad. It's like Harsh Times 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is literally just like they. I don't want to give too much away because it'll piss you off, but yeah, we'll definitely watch that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, because like it's David Ayer.
Yeah. I love recommendations.
While we're on the subject of David Ayer, we'll get back to finish up King of New York, but I have to say this. Now that they did the Snyder Cut for Justice League, now everybody wants the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. For real, bro. The Joker's the bad guy.
They need it.
Dude, and they're saying it's so much better. All Jared Leto's scenes are in it.
Yeah, Jared Leto comes out and says, like, they cut out so much of my character that what's the point of me even being in it?
Exactly. And this is like, they're saying that Warner Brothers, if the Snyder Cut does well enough, they're going to give them the money to do it.
I watched a video that says it's going to do well just because of everything going on. Like, it's going to make money just because of everything that goes into it.
I'll tell you what, people are going to be so, like, happy to see it. Like, it's going to sell, it's going to break their numbers, whatever their streaming numbers are.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to crush it.
Yeah, because I'm going to get it just to watch it.
Literally, I will buy HBO Max a week ahead of time just to make sure there's no bugs in that bitch when I go to watch it.
Right.
Like, that's how excited I am for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if they did an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, just as excited.
I would watch the fuck out of
because
that.
I love Suicide Squad, just like I like Justice League. I don't love Justice League. But
I think what it is we see the potential in these movies. Like, this could have been great, and we latch onto those parts.
The thing that sucks about it is you grow up your whole life, and certain superheroes you just have never seen in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know if you ever will, because you don't know if they have a big enough following that they're like, oh, we got to see Deadpool. I'm sure there's people that from the 90s that never thought they'd see Deadpool in an actual movie.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sure.
And now we've
like, God, this will be a great comic book character in the movies, but we'll never see that.
No, either too much of this, too much of a risk, whatever. But to see Aquaman and then him like not be shitty, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a badass. Like, and Cyborg, it was great to see a Cyborg, you know, and they've done Cyborg a different couple of times now. They did the one in Doom Patrol. They do a good job with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Wonder Woman, man, Gal Gadot is amazing as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I never thought I would be rooting for Wonder Woman, but when I watched the movie, I was like, this is actually pretty fucking decent.
Like, I can't wait for Wonder Woman 84. Like, it's going to be amazing. And I can't get enough seeing her as Wonder Woman. Same thing with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Oh my God.
I could watch her play Harley Quinn for the rest of my life.
All day, every day. Nobody else. It's one of those characters that I don't want to see anybody else play Harley Quinn but her, because she does such a great job.
Exactly. And they also said that there's more Batfleck in the Ayer version of Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they put Batman up against Jared Leto Joker a little bit in it. Like,
right.
That would have just been amazing to see.
They're going to set this up just to...
But that's what sucks about Warner Brothers and how they did this, because, like, when Marvel unveils a new character that you've been reading about your whole life and you see it's just like euphoria, you know, but it's like DC just found a way to fuck up the delivery on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the thing is like they wanted their cake and ate it too. They wanted the gritty, the dark gritty versions, but then they saw how successful Marvel was, so they wanted to like push towards that like lighthearted comic, and then it just like those things don't really work unless you do it right. And I'm trying to think of something that did it right. The Suicide Squad trailer did it right. Not the movie necessarily.
Sold a completely different movie.
But the trailer is fucking incredible for that movie, because it has the dark gritty, it has the lightheartedness. Like, if they could have translated that into the movie, oh my God, it would have been incredible.
Dude, the shittiest thing about that was, like, David Ayer had no idea that that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he went and sat down in theaters on premiere night like everybody else and was like, what the fuck is this? This is not the movie I made.
Yeah.
They went in and re-edited all of it. The score, everything, the soundtrack, all that shit. They redid all of it.
I would be fucking, like, devastated.
And, like, that's why he was like, fuck DC for the longest time, because he was just like, I can't believe y'all did this to me.
Mm-hmm. You know what movie they did that to, but it actually turned out to be a positive, was I heard they did that with Dredd.
The new one?
Yeah. The one we just watched recently. They locked the director out of the editing studio, and he was like freaking out. But apparently they did a good job with it. So
Well, I mean, that's a rare thing, I would imagine.
Right.
But did you know that the guy that directed American History X didn't want to be on the director credit?
Did not know that.
Because him and Edward Norton hated each other so much. Like, he thought that Edward Norton pushed the character too far, and he thought that people were going to be like, not coming away from like, wow, that was an amazing story. They're going to be like, wow, this guy was just fucking hateful. And you know what I mean?
He was pretty, like, believable.
But, you know, obviously the movie was a fucking hit.
Oh, it's a cult classic.
But he was so pissed off at the whole thing and like just fucking gave up. Like they said Ed Norton finished the fucking movie.
Oh shit, really?
Like as far as like editing and shit like that, like he wanted so much input that the director was just like, fuck it, your shit. I don't care.
That's incredible.
Take me off the fucking movie. I don't even
That's the
want it.
thing I've heard about Edward Norton is he wants way too much control. That's why he ended up not being the Hulk.
Yep, they said that's why I only got one Hulk movie because the director was like, bro, you should have fucking directed this.
Right.
Why am I even here?
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I like Edward Norton as the Hulk. Not.
Yeah, it's much better than the Eric Bana fucking Hulk. For
Well,
sure.
I was talking about Ruffalo.
I think he's
fine.
He's not as he's a better actor than Ruffalo, but I don't think he plays a better Hulk than Ruffalo. Like
Apples and oranges.
because what's his name? Like I'm not a big Mark Ruffalo fan at all, but I like him as the Hulk. Like I think he
Yeah.
plays that character.
He did a
well.
really good job. I was mad because I'm like, I want Edward Norton. God damn it, I love that Hulk.
Because when you first heard about the Avengers, you're like, damn man, how are they pulling this fucking cast off? And then like, oh, it's gonna be Mark Ruffalo. What?
Yeah,
What? What?
that was me.
Dude from all those fucking romance like comedies,
Yeah.
like that guy. But like I said, I think he pulled it off.
He did a good job.
But anyways, King of New York. What did well anyways, that you know he pretty much the whole movie is he mates up with another gang, kills them, takes their drugs.
Yeah,
So
the Chinese, Japanese.
Yeah, he kills the Chinese,
The
the
Asian?
triads.
Yeah.
The triads, he kills them. Which that's a great scene too. He's owns a movie theater. The Chinese guy owns a movie theater, and he's watching like an old Dracula from like the
Yeah,
30s,
yeah.
Bela Lugosi type shit,
Nosferatu.
whatever. And,
Whatever, that's what it is.
some old ass fucking horror movie, and
How do you not know Nosferatu? Like, it's the fucking like classic Dracula story.
I
of all
thought what's
time.
his name? I thought Bela Lugosi. I thought he was like the original Dracula man, like where everybody loves. Man. Anyways, it's an older movie, and he's in there eating a popcorn with his bitches, and
Right.
he's like, I want to have a meeting. I want to do some good things. Meet me at the hospital. He's like, what? You think I didn't hear about what you did to the mother fools? You're just gonna kill me too? And he's like, no. It's like I want to work with you and shit. And he takes him to the hospital. He makes it farther than anybody else does. And pretty much the triad guy is like, I don't believe any of the bullshit you're selling, Frank. You might be trying to get a hospital, but you're still you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, you know he kills the triad guys and all their drugs too.
Yep.
Takes over.
It's a great shoot up scene.
That is a good one. Then they hang them dudes from the ceiling or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then the cops just say, "Fuck it, they're tired of it. We can't." Because after Lawrence Fishburne's character and the other guy, the other henchman, they get out of prison or they get out of jail, they can't make the charges stick.
Yeah.
The cops are just like, we're never going to be able to catch him, so they just say, fuck it, and they just go to shoot it out
Yeah.
with the crew.
There is one big like missing plot point that I didn't really understand. So there's the messenger. He's going around like trying to make these deals for Christopher Walken. He's trying to set everything up. But at the end of the movie, he's the snitch. But I missed the whole like snitch part.
He's the one that sent Frank away for 20 years. Like he's the one that told the cops where his drugs were or some shit like that.
Oh,
like, he ended up
okay.
being, you know what I'm saying?
The
and
person that put him away for 20 years. Okay,
and he was fucking him over the whole time, like, you know, like making little side deals and shit like that.
right,
like,
taking off the top.
Yeah, and that's the shit. He gets away. All of his people get killed by the cops, and Christopher Walken takes a couple bullets, and he gets away on the subway. He ends up getting away, but he gets into a cab, and the cab driver's like, "Where are you going to go?" or some shit like that.
No, the cab driver doesn't even say anything.
Oh,
He
he
just
doesn't?
like Christopher Walken's like, just drive, and the cab driver looks up and he holds his gun up and he freaks out and just runs out. He doesn't really do anything.
That's right. That's right. And then he just dies in the backseat of a cab.
Yep, he holds his hand out. His stomach's just all shut up.
Yeah, he took a few.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to kill you, or you know, he has a great line where he's got that lady. He's like, I don't want to hurt you, but don't move, or some shit like that, but don't do anything, or something like that. I don't want to do it, but I will, or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so
when they're on the subway.
That's a great line.
He's like, this is a nice lady. Do you want to get her? I love that.
She wants to go home to her family. Like,
yep.
He's got some great little bits, like when he's talking to him, he's like, if it's a nickel bag being sold at the park, I want in.
Yep.
Like, he played this role very well. And I said, I feel like his potential and some of the other guys in this movie's potential gets wasted. Because, like, if you have a great plot, then I feel like he's one of those characters, like, you know, fabled gangsters. Like, he's up there with Nino Brown and, I don't know, just, you know what I'm talking about. Just made up characters, like Tony Montana, shit like that. Like, Frank White would be that guy, you know?
He is. This is a good, like, if you're into these kind of movies, this is a highly recommended movie because it's just one of the few. It's before New Jack City. Yeah, the fucking battery died.
Okay.
Because I couldn't find the battery on the camera died, so.
Gotcha.
It'll be fine. We're almost done anyway.
Right.
But,
so what are you gonna grade it?
What do I grade it? It's a recommended. Like, it's worth a watch.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. It's a good. The thing is, it's one of those movies that's old. It's dated. It doesn't hold up very well, but you can still have a good time with it.
Right. How much did you pay to rent it?
$3.
Damn, man, I feel bad. I could have gave you the movie.
It's really not that serious. I don't mind renting movies.
I know, man, but like if I have it already, like then I feel like you're wasting.
Well, you shouldn't have forgot it.
I shouldn't have. You're right. I shouldn't have.
I really don't mind though. It's not that serious.
I'll make sure next time that we got it.
So
we're doing Green Room next week, right?
We're doing Green Room. It's on Netflix, so I don't need to give it to you. Although I do need to buy this movie because I love this movie so much. I'm gonna do a rewatch on it too because I've been meaning to.
Who's in it? Anybody I know?
Yes. Hang on, let me pull it up.
Oh yeah, man. Did this movie make any money? You always tell me what the budget was and shit.
Patrick Stewart is in the Green Room.
Oh, I love Patrick Stewart.
He's the bad guy.
Oh wow, that'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I feel like it did. The King of New York, it did make its money back, but let me double check. Budget. I was actually really surprised at this budget.
What a lot or a little? I'm thinking like $2 million, maybe.
It's a little low, but $5.3 million. Like for this, what's the word I'm looking for?
Genre
and just stature, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a lot happened in this movie. I'm actually surprised at 5.3. That's pretty low, but.
Well, they filmed in a lot of shitholes, so like that, you know what I'm saying? Or unless they built all that, like they built all those sets.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But
it did not. It got 2.5 million worldwide, but it gained a cult following on like DVD and stuff like that. So I think that's how it's made its money.
Yeah, because I mean, when I heard about it, like I said, other people were like, "Yeah, man, King of New York's awesome, bro." But it's just one of those movies. Like if you like rooting for the bad guy, like you know.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those gangster movies.
I'm gonna give it a 7 just because I enjoy Christopher Walken so much in it.
This is one of his like.
But the shitty thing about this movie is I could watch a supercut of just his lines.
You could
8 minutes, and I get the same enjoyment out of it. That's
absolutely.
The shitty part.
Yeah, because none of the villains are really like that important.
Right, like you don't like. They did a really great job of making you not want to like the cops in this movie. Like,
yeah, they were dicks.
Anytime you make David Caruso a cop, you're automatically not rooting for the cops in that movie. Like I hope he gets away with the murder, honestly. But yeah, other than David Caruso, like he's really a part of the movie I can't stand.
You know what movie we should do? I know we've both seen it, but it would be great to just talk about it. Fucking Heat.
I love Heat.
I know.
Give me an excuse to watch it.
I feel like it's like one of the greatest, like, bad cop.
It is great. It is a great crime movie.
Crime drama, yeah.
Robbery.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
I've been wanting to rewatch it, and my wife hasn't seen it. So
I think I watched that shootout, the shootout in the street I watched that scene like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So great. That's what I love about The Town too. There's a lot of great shootouts in that movie.
I saw that at the store today. I was like, man, that's a good movie that I have not seen enough of.
About The Town?
Yeah, I've seen it like once, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, but I have not gone back.
Dude,
to
I got
watch
the
it.
fucking director's cut of it, and they add a bunch of other shit in it.
Really?
It's really good. I
think
like
I
it.
just have the regular
It's great.
theatrical cut.
It gives more into that thing where they go and beat the shit out of the kids that throw bottles at her,
Mm-hmm.
at his girlfriend. There's a lot more in there. It's funny and shit. Like, yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'll have to check it out because I really did enjoy The Town. So after Green Room, I'm sure you're gonna find a movie, but I'm gonna give you a choice after Green Room.
Okay.
So I got that movie, The Sasquatch Gang.
Right.
Do you want to watch that, or do you want to pick from the Death Box?
I kind of want to do the Sasquatch Gang because, like, I don't know, man. I always enjoy a comedy. So
Yeah, and it's from the guys that did Napoleon Dynamite. So
oh yeah, yeah. I definitely want to do that one before we
okay.
do the Death Box.
all right, cool. So I'll rewatch that because it's a silly movie. It's silly, silly, silly.
I'm definitely not going to give you another gangster movie. My next pick. I don't care if I have to search through the entire library. I will find a comedy or something.
Let me give you the breakdown on the Green Room. Do you know anything about it?
No, I just heard about it.
So, a punk band takes up a concert at this like local bar or whatever. They're trying to make a name for themselves. They go to this local bar. They realize that half the crowd is like racist. So they play an anti-racist song to like get everyone riled up. When they're going back to their green room, they witness a murder that they shouldn't have witnessed. And all the fucking skinheads put the whole building on lockdown. And they're pretty much like hunting them throughout the whole building.
Oof.
Hunting this like punk band.
Wow.
It's super intense. It's like take all the fun out of Murder Party and just add in more violence. And this is Green Room.
All right. That's different.
Yeah, it's super. It's
Is it old or is it like a newer movie?
relatively new.
Okay.
Like it came out in the last like 5 years, I want to say.
Because with Netflix, you never know. That bitch could have came out last week or 10 years ago. You just
Right.
don't know.
Well, that guy that did Murder Party, he did Blue Ruin, which I heard was just as good. And then he did Green Room. I need to go back and watch Blue Ruin.
Got you.
But we're just gonna skip to Green Room because I like it so much.
All right. I'm down. I will watch that, and that'll be next week.
Hell yeah.
I gotta work this whole fucking week, bro.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does, but it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Because I'll get another 4 days. So
you'll muscle through.
I'll get through it. Always do.
All right, next time Green Room.
Later, folks.